Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where I might have been vice president in 2020, who can really remember such things, this is Ballot.
Today, Uncle Joe thinks he was VP during the pandemic. RFK's home address is a little fishy. And Trump? Well, let's try to keep this clean. Okay, let's hit this. Oh boy. President Biden erroneously claimed on Sunday he was still serving as vice president during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, because having been in office a mere 2 years ago is just too recent for old Joe to keep straight, apparently. Speaking at a dinner for the NAACP in Detroit, Biden went on a tangent proclaiming he was on the ground in the state to help out as the virus raged on, at the request of former President Barack Obama. And when I was vice president, things were kind of bad during the pandemic, Biden said. And what happened was, Barack said to me, go to Detroit and help fix it. I'm picturing Obama giving those orders from the bunker under the White House, rambling feverishly about viruses in Detroit as Michelle slowly backs away. Well, the poor mayor. He spent more time with me than he thought he was ever going to have to. God love you. More like God help me escape this man's befuddled ramblings. Biden was referring to Detroit Mayor Mike Dugan, who took office while Biden was still VP back in 2014. So close, and yet so far from actually making coherent sense. The scary part is, this prolific ability to fabricate entire fictional timelines is probably an asset for Biden on the campaign trail. Just move that pandemic back a few years, toss in some made-up chats with Obama, and boom, instant inspiring tale about leadership in crisis. Why bother with facts when you can just invent new realities wholesale? The new biopic film, The Apprentice, premiering at the Cannes Film Festival, depicts a fictionalized account of an alleged 1989 incident where Donald Trump supposedly assaulted his then-wife Ivana after she mocked his appearance. The scene shows Trump forcing Ivana to the floor and raping her, asking, "Did I find your G-spot?" In her 1990 divorce deposition, Ivana described a similar assault after Trump's scalp surgery, initially using the term rape, but later stating she didn't mean it literally or criminally. Trump dismissed her claims as obviously false during their divorce proceedings. The film, written by author Gabriel Sherman, portrays Trump being mentored by ruthless lawyer Roy Cohn, who advises him, admit nothing, deny everything. Which sounds like advice that Donald may have taken to heart. Over 25 women have publicly accused Trump of sexual misconduct, which he denies. Last year, he was found liable for sexually abusing writer E. Jean Carroll in the 1990s. The Guardian gave the film 2 stars out of 5. Hey, if you don't want to vote for a guy who can't remember when he was VP, or for a guy that, the stuff we just talked about, why not go third party and vote for a guy who isn't sure where he lives? RFK is really taking this every man of the people thing to new heights. The multi-millionaire anti-vaxxer has listed a swanky Westchester County mansion as his official voting residence. There's just one little hiccup. The place is in foreclosure because the actual owners haven't paid the bills. That's right. RFK Jr. claims particular house in the ritzy town of Katona is where he lays his head at night. Except the local cops were like, no, pretty sure that guy doesn't live here. Even the neighbors say Mr. Clean Vaccine hasn't darkened their doorstep in ages. But the Kennedy campaign is adamant. That foreclosed palace is 100% his official address. He gets his mail there, has his licenses there, maybe even an inflatable mattress stashed in the basement. Though admittedly he's been traveling in other states. His bro Doug backed him up, saying Bobby has crashed at his buddy's crib on and off for years. Hey, he's not just an everyman, he's an any vacant property man. It seems like Jimmy Kimmel is finally letting the cat out of the bag about where he stands in the upcoming presidential election. In a move that surprises absolutely no one, Kimmel is set to host a fundraiser featuring President Biden and former President Obama. Because nothing screams, I'm not picking sides, like cozying up to the Democratic Party's dynamic duo, right? Now, Kimmel's not one to be outdone, so he's bringing in the big guns, George Clooney and Julia Roberts. They'll be gracing the stage as special guests, because what's a political fundraiser without a little Hollywood glitz and glamour? Of course, Kimmel's no stranger to political drama. His name has been dropped more times than a bad habit in Donald Trump's hush money trial in New York, much to the comedian's delight. And let's not forget the fact that both Biden and Obama have graced the Jimmy Kimmel Live stage 4 times each. So if you're looking to rub elbows with the rich and famous while supporting Biden's bid for a second term, you better start saving your pennies. Tickets for this star-studded extravaganza start at a mere $250 and go all the way up to a cool $500,000. But hey, if you're willing to shell out $25,000 or more, you'll get the chance to snap a pic with Roberts and Clooney. And if you're feeling extra generous, or just have money to burn, dropping $100,000 will earn you a photo op with the two presidents themselves. Portions of today's program were created with the assistance of AI back when I was vice president in 2019. I think. Anyway, come by my house in Katona and we can talk about it.